Morning, everybody, and welcome to Chassidus in the morning. 15 minutes to change our lives. Let's start off by giving tzedakah, and we're gonna focus on the passage Niel ben Narditz. Mitzvah Hashem, Niel ben Narditz should be healthy and safe. Should come home very soon. And all the soldiers should be very safe. And all the United States should be safe from all the craziness. Should have true security and true peace. And also for all the United around the world, besides Israel. Okay, we're starting Maamer Chaf Hey. We're coming close to the end. This one is a 4 prakim. It's a little longer than the average ones we've been up to, but we're going to the end and we're sort of tying things up, making it very practical. Well, let's jump right in. Maamer Chaf Hey, Perek Aleph. Appears that Yuvan now. And also for sheleima, Tinok ben Rina Shulamis Ahuva. That through our learning should have a complete refuah sheleima. Appears that Yuvan also this will be understood what it says in the Divine. Hashem will bless everything that we do. Sifri says in the Sifri, so what does it mean Hashem will bless everything you do? That could imply that you sit there doing everything you do. So you don't do anything, you get it. You get everything. Everything that you do, meaning meaning you have to do something. You can't sit there. We can't sit there and just sit on the couch and expect the parnasa to come. Hashem will bless you by everything that you do. We have to do stuff. I know we have to make a vessel for the parnasa. That's what we started discussing yesterday. That there's parnasa, it's there waiting for us, but we have to go and make the right kalim for it. Like you can't just sit there on the couch and expect the parnasa to come to us. Hashem will bless you and somehow just come. At least not in Galus. Let's see. This is one of the main differences between Galus and Mashiach. Because in times of Galus, we have the idea of avodas birurim. We have to refine the world. Meaning, and this is an important idea and a message. We have to recognize that everything that we're doing is not just we're doing it. I'm not just eating, not just sleeping, not just going to work, I'm not just hanging out with my friends. I'm doing the avodah of birurim. I'm refining the world. When I'm eating, I'm refining the world. Or I'm meant to be. Hopefully I am. And it takes everything that we do that is mundane, quote unquote, and it makes it special, holy. When I go to eat, I can stop for a second and I say, hey, now I am going to do the avodah of birurim. I'm refining the world through my eating. So then you say, so, well, 1 second, how am I refining the world through my eating? Well, I'm going to make sure to make a bracha. I'm going to make sure that I'm eating things that are actually healthy for me. I'm going to make sure that after I eat, I'm going to, whatever it is I'm going to be doing, I'm going to go back to work. I'm going to learn. I'm going to call my friends. I'm going to take care of my kids. I'm going to clean up the house. Whatever it is. But everything becomes, what the word for is, like, you're not just doing things, you're thinking about it. That's avodas birurim. And that's the time now of Galus. And everything that we do is connected with that. When we do something, it's part of the refinement of the world that we are accomplishing. The last, because when Mashiach comes, when Mashiach comes, the Rashab is saying, we don't need to make a vessel for the parnasa to come. So you can sit on the couch and you're going to get, your bank account will get full. It's like a person, we have this already where in Mashiach's times, you have this already. People, like, what's it called? When money goes by itself, comes by itself, like, and you don't have to work for it. Some way you work, you go to work, and you get paid. And other times it's residual or it's passive income. So this is when Mashiach comes with passive income. You sit, you learn, and money's just going to your bank account. Because it doesn't need to go through the garment of making a job, of doing work, of action. Mashiach came is managalus. Unlike now, when we live in galus, His askus ba'achanas kli leparnasa. We have to make a vessel for the parnasa. As we see, we got to go to work. We have to deal with that, and we have to try not to stress out about it. So why is it if when Mashiach comes, we're not going to have to go to work, and it's going to come automatically? Why is it now we have to do all this work? Because nowadays the hashpa, what God wants to give us, we learned before, has to be drawn down through the garment of action, through our world. Al kain gama adam atem. Also, therefore, also us atem shehu bedugma sheleima. We are like above. Tzrich gam kain naseis levush ve'esek v'nasa shebazet islabish bracha sheleima b'levush teva. In order to bring it down into nature, we have to make a vessel for it. Just like above, what God wants to give, come to us, has to go through a garment. We too have to make a garment for it to be able to be received by us, which is our work. Unlike when Mashiach comes, they don't have to do that. It's written, Achein ata kal mistata. Achein bat ata you kal mistata. You are hidden. You're a guy that's hidden. What does that mean? The elikus are godliness. In Galachkeit, in godliness, yesh kel hagalui, yesh kel mistata. There's the God that's concealed, the aspect of God that's concealed, and the aspect of God that's revealed. And these are two opposite levels. Teva, you have nature, one level, and then above nature. It's very obvious for us to be able to understand, meaning it's very easy for us to understand. That the godliness that's included within nature, that makes the world exist, of course, that godliness is above nature. It's not that it's a limited level to nature. It comes down in a limited form for us to be able to receive, and for the world to be able to exist as with having that feeling of separateness. Yeah. The only difference is that the godliness that's within nature, that even though we're saying it's above nature, but the godliness that's in nature versus the godliness that's above nature, the only difference is in the way we perceive it. But by the godliness itself, in God's perspective, it's irrelevant whether he conceals it or reveals it. But by God, it's all revealed. The only difference is by us, what we see is revealed or concealed. His brainus needs to the godliness that's included within nature. We have to meditate to see God. We look around the world, we don't see God. We have to meditate. And this is the Rambam been talking about the last few days, the beginning, the foundation of everything, to have Avashim Yeshashem. You have to look at the world and appreciate godliness within it. That takes a meditation to see the godliness in it. Whereas godliness is above nature, ain't tzarichim his brainus. You don't need to meditate on that. If you see it, you see it. It's not, nothing needs to be done. This is what it means in nature. What does nature mean? From the language of they sunk into the Yamsuf, like it says Mitzrayim, coming into Pesach soon. The thing that got like dunked into the water, the water covers it. You go into the water, you get surrounded by the water. That you don't see anything about water. What's the phenomenon of water? That you just see water. You look and you don't see anything inside. You don't see anything. There's so much stuff going on under. But what you're seeing is just water. And if it's calm water. Under could be sharks, could be crocodiles, could be fish, whatever it is, different types of animals. What you're seeing is just water, because it's all submerged, it's all covered over. But it doesn't mean that there's no fish and there's no sharks, there's no creatures, but I don't see anything. It's just that we don't see it. That's the only difference. We don't see it, but that's not there. But in its essence, it's as if it's totally revealed. Meaning, if I go into the water and I submerge myself so you don't see me, you don't see me. It doesn't mean I became less of a person. I'm not telling you I don't exist anymore, but you don't see me. Of course I exist. You just don't see me. And this is the elikus that's included in nature. You just don't see it. Doesn't mean that elikus becomes less. It's not there. Of course it's there. We just don't see it. And so too, that's so too with the godliness that's included within nature. Because the godliness that's within nature is just the nature just covering it over so you don't see it. And in truth, the example that we gave of the water covering it over is not even really a true example. Because in truth, there's water, and then there's the object. I'm in the water, so there's me, and then there's the water. I'm being covered by the water, so you don't see me, but we're saying I'm still there. The problem is, there's me in the water. There's two things. It's not that the water created me or I created the water. I have no connection to the water besides the fact that it's just covering me over. Which is not so bad when you look at the world. It's not that there's a physicality and there's spirituality, there's godliness hidden. And they're two separate things. Godliness that's concealed is the godliness that created the nature, created that sense of separateness, of covering over. The same godliness that's concealed is the godliness that's creating the world and making the world exist. The imkains, and therefore, so therefore, the elikus, the godliness that's included within nature, that's making it seem that there's no elikus, that's also above elikus, but that's everything. It's not that there's two separate things. It's not that there's my world, there's my life, and then there's a godly world, a godly life, something separate from me. It's all godly. We just don't see it. We see it as like where it's covered over, we just see water. We just see nature. We don't see godliness, and godliness is concealed somewhere in the water. But the reality, the truth of the matter is, it's all godly. This is such a powerful idea. You know, like meaning even like before getting into like the challenges of life, just walking around, we can remind ourselves, hey, this is all godly. Why does things happen I don't understand? That's a whole different ring. But when we're walking down the street, when we're gonna start our day, go to work, speak to people, eat, take care of our kids, we can remind ourselves before we start, everything is godliness. It's just like, imagine me being in the water, no one can see me. It doesn't mean I'm not there. Godliness is, of course, that's when we don't see him with our physical eyes, doesn't mean he's not there. And that itself works together with, like I said before, the avodas habirurim. Now you come, before we start everything, you say, hey, I'm doing this because I need to refine this. Whatever it is I need to do, I need to go to work today, I need to eat this because I need to refine this. I'm on a mission to refine this world. And so now that I need to eat, let me refine this eating. I need to give tzedakah, let me refine the tzedakah. I need to call my friend, I need to get some, have some time with my friends. So that's also avodas habirurim. And everything that we do, we can frame it in avodas habirurim. Doesn't mean, hey, my friends, okay, we have to learn a mitzvah now. We have to do a halacha. It doesn't mean that. Of course, it's a good idea, but it just means hang out with your friends and realizing there's a higher purpose in this. And just being with your friend and making your friend feel good, you're changing their day. This is birurim. Anyway, we got to stop here, but we'll continue tomorrow. Mr. Hashem, everyone should have an amazing, amazing day, refining the world and being happy in the process. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.